everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with CJ. I'm CJ and this is my first video for this channel. I am drinking some herbal tea and I think this one is called Tension Tamer. I have a variety of topics I would like to explore on this channel. The main topic is tea, because that is what I'm going to be drinking. Other topics will include health, mental health, abuse recovery, pets, cooking, and single life. Just to let you know, I am doing a little bit of reading because I wrote some of this out first. I'm speaking extra slow because I have a tendency to talk too fast. I'm a little nervous because I don't like the way that I look. Couldn't get good lighting tonight, my first time setting up. So, there's that. Okay, a little bit about me. I'm going to be turning 49 in a few days. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I have a few disabilities. I am hard of hearing. I have hearing aids. They're in right now. And I have bipolar disorder. I also experience chronic pain. I have a herniated disc, fibromyalgia, arthritis, and degenerative discs. Those are the main things I struggle with. So I feel a lot of fatigue and pain, just mostly back pain, but some in other areas. I get migraines. I want this to be a safe space for people with disabilities. Mental illness in particular, there's a lot of stigma against people who are mentally ill, and it isn't right, and I've experienced it. And I have lived with the shame of it. I am a cult survivor, an abuse survivor. That's something I'm going to talk about later on in more serious videos. So today I'm going to talk about burnout, because that's something I've been dealing with, and I think that I'm just burnout from life, just everything. I've experienced a lot of hardships, abuse in relationships, just horrible situations and jobs, and lots of bullying and just all that. So I'm exhausted now, and I have been burnout for over a year, probably closer to 2 years. And for me, burnout tends to manifest as depression, a lot of laying around, not having the energy to do anything, not wanting to talk to people, and just kind of isolating in my own little space so that I won't get too overwhelmed, and just try to handle life every day by day and not overwhelm myself, not. If I start going out there and trying to cater to everyone's demands, I'll get overwhelmed and then more burnout. And I used to be someone who did that, and I was a very helpful person and very kind and generous and helpful to others. And some people took advantage of that. So last year I stopped doing that. And I made a choice. I kind of had to get on the left-hand path for a little while in order to make the correct choice for me. And I'm going to tell you how that happened. And it probably sounds odd, but it's where my mind went. I got intrigued by Luciferianism last year and started watching all these YouTube videos and reading books. And it's actually quite interesting, and it's not as bad as people might think. And one thing I hear a lot about in the New Age movement, I guess, online in the videos, YouTube videos, is people say you have to choose a path. You're either service to self or service to others. And so, of course, the white lighters are like, well, you have to be service to others if you want to ascend to 5D. And I wanted to ascend to 5D. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to be happy and blissful and live in a wonderful world. But then when I started exploring Luciferianism and all the darkness and the shadow, there was something I liked about that too. And ultimately I chose service to self. I said, well, you know, because I got really burnt out, and there were a few individuals who really pushed me too far and were not respecting my boundaries. Like, I can't give you rides all the time. I can't take you down to the store at 6:30 in the morning to get cigarettes because you ran out. Like, you know, I have to go to work. So, yeah, so I was like, well, I'll just be service to self. And I really had to focus on me. I wasn't doing well. I was in a lot of physical pain. I was depressed. My thoughts were very dark. And, you know, it needed to stop. You know, I made that decision. And I'm not a Luciferian anymore. Now I'm on another spiritual path. I'm a seeker. I've been a seeker my whole life. I've explored so many different religions, been to different churches, just done different things. And I'm always searching for the truth. I think that is the big thing with me, is I want the truth. I don't want illusions. I want reality. I don't want people I don't want to just go by something someone else said, like some teacher or preacher or whatever says, this is the truth, you need to believe this doctrine, then you'll be saved, and then you're fine. And it's like, no, not necessarily, because this and this and this doesn't make sense, and I need to understand, you know, and I'm going to pick it apart until I do. So, and now I've come to a point where, as far as the whole idea about service to self and service to others, it's not that black and white. I don't even like how they divide it that way, how the spiritual community divides it up, makes it either or, because life isn't. Like, you have to find the balance within yourself. And what we really need to talk about is boundaries. And that was something I struggled with my whole life, because I was brought up to not have them, to do whatever somebody else wanted me to do. I had to always be pleasing someone, to get them to like me, approve me, you know, or to keep from getting hurt, to keep from getting beaten, you know. So I had to make sure that I didn't make somebody mad, you know. So it's like, I've got that inside of me, like this fear of making people mad. And I work on it, and I have a therapist, and we're working on it. And now I'm mainly just taking care of me. I have a pet, I take care of him. I am very interested in my own life and my own goals, and cleaning my house and cooking. I learned new recipes by watching things on YouTube, looking up recipes. I really enjoy cooking, which is kind of a new thing. You know, life's a lot simpler now that I'm not so concerned with people out there in the outside world, and I've kind of I guess cocooned myself, really. And mainly the only time I talk to people is when I go out and work. About once a week I talk to family members. And that's about all I do. And so I do socialize online. I am on Facebook groups, on Reddit. I do a little bit of chatting, but mostly just posting things and comments and stuff and having some discussions. I like discussions. And I really want to make more online friends. I kind of want to find, you know, my tribe, my people who maybe struggle with the same things I do and have overcome some things, and just, you know, those of us who walk to the beat of a different drum. You know, I'm very just, I guess I'm a lot of counterculture, you know, in a way. So I don't just automatically follow the crowd. You know, I think about what I like, what I want to do, what my interests are, and I study the things that appeal to me. So that's what I'm interested in. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what kind of tea you drink. And no hateful comments. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'll delete those. Thank you and have a good night. Bye-bye.